How are you guys doing? This is Ryan. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing my 2020 stock prediction for my favorite stock, or at least one of my favorite stocks. And of course, that is Tesla. And as you can see, this video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to do my voiceover of some B-roll of me playing around with my Tesla Model 3. I'm always trying to find ways to make the videos a little bit different and a little bit more interesting to watch. So you'll see me playing around with the self-driving features and showing you how fast this thing is as well. So stay tuned for all of that. And this will be pretty fun. Of course, I don't have a crystal ball, so I don't know exactly where Tesla stock is going. But as you know, I became very bullish on Tesla stock when it was trading in the low 200 range. And I picked up a dollar cost average of $230 a share. And I'm up about 100% on my position. And a lot of these reasons I'm going to be pointing out in this video, I actually mentioned in this video I'll put on the screen here as to why I was so bullish on Tesla, because they were going to be doing all these things in the future. And 2020 is the year where they get to execute on a lot of those things. So I'm first going to go over the reasons why I think Tesla stock's going to have a good year. And at the end of the video, I'll actually give you my price prediction, and we can look back on this video in a year from now and see how accurate I was, or if I was just on the moon or something. So of course, one of the most exciting things about Tesla for 2020 is they now have a second gigafactory over in China where they're going to be producing up to 3,000 cars a week, I'm hearing. And it is likely that China is going to be the biggest market for Tesla in the future just because of the popularity of EVs already. And we can just point out that EVs are becoming popular here in the United States as well. We're seeing the Model 3 is one of the best-selling sedans in the country, even when compared to its internal combustion engine competitors. And as you can see, this Tesla Model 3, it is a relatively affordable car, and I couldn't imagine not owning a Tesla now moving forward with the rest of my life. It just makes every other car seem silly. So having two gigafactories is going to allow Tesla to produce, some people are predicting 500 to 600,000 cars next year. In 2019, Tesla produced 367,000 cars, so we could see around 600,000 in 2020. And we're seeing that Tesla can sell the Model 3 at a 20% gross profit, and that number seems to continue to keep on growing as the economy of scale grows and as Tesla just becomes more and more efficient as a manufacturer. So not only is Tesla going to have two gigafactories and access to more markets to sell their cars to, they're going to be introducing the Model Y. The Model Y is a mid-size SUV, and that class of car in the United States is actually the best seller. Elon Musk has predicted that the Model Y will outsell the Model 3, the Model S, and the Model X combined. And this car will be priced slightly above the Model 3, and it's going to have 75% crossover parts from the Model 3. So this car is going to be massively profitable to sell, probably around 30%, I predict. I'm very excited for Tesla to announce earnings at the end of January. Everyone is expecting a huge profit margin, and we see all kind of analysts raising price targets already for Tesla to the mid 500 level. So in quarter four, Tesla set another record. They sold and delivered over 112,000 cars out of one gigafactory. So we're very excited to see how these numbers look on the balance sheet, how profitable this is. And that could lead to what I believe will be Tesla's first profitable year ever. Once Tesla proves they can be a profitable car company for an entire year, they could become eligible to join the S&P 500, which would open the floodgates for the amount of investors that can get access to buying Tesla stock. It would open up Tesla to a whole new class of investors, and that would greatly affect the stock price, and I believe this is very likely to happen. When you factor in the growing gross profit margins, the amount of volume, and for the ability of Tesla to sell software. So for example, in this car here, you see me playing around with the self-driving features. I paid $6,000 for Tesla to have access to full self-driving. And I'm going to make future videos about self-driving, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel for that. But full self-driving is what people call level 5, where you can pretty much fall asleep in the car. The car cannot do that now, but I paid $6,000 for the access to get that in the future. and Tesla has already increased that price to $7,000. And Elon has told investors that full self-driving will be here in 2020. Tesla uses what's called a Neuralink. All of their vehicles collect data to help the computer system of all the cars get better and smarter at identifying how to drive a car, what kind of scenarios to react to. And since I've owned this car in a short month, the car has already had several software updates. So one day I'm gonna get a software update and this car will be a full self-driving level 5 car. And when that day comes, who knows what the cost of that's gonna be and what it could do to Tesla's bottom line, because selling software is such high margin. Once you've invested the money in all the research and development, you're just selling the software. Now, companies like ARK Invest, who believes that full self-driving is going to be a huge market, somewhere in the trillions of market cap, they have a future price target of Tesla at $4,000 a share in their most bullish scenario. But for 2020, that's probably unlikely. But right now we see the stock is at an all-time high, which means it's in uncharted territory. And Tesla's a very hard company to value because are they a car company? Are they a technology company? They don't yet produce profit. So how do you value the stock? So what I'm looking at is I believe the stock is starting to go parabolic. And I really wanted to go back and see when was the last time Tesla stock went parabolic. And my research brought me back to about March of 2013. Tesla was trading at $35 a share. It would have been great to buy some Tesla stock back then, but in a very short time, Tesla stock went from $35 a share in March of 2013, and then in September, Tesla hit $190 a share of that same year. That's incredible. So that's a 5x move in the price. What I'm going to say in this video is I think Tesla will 5x from its bottom price in 2019. That's my prediction. So Tesla bottomed at $177 a share when the bears were all over it and Tesla was doomed as a company. So my price prediction for 2019 is I believe Tesla will finish the year somewhere around $950 a share. Look, I could be wrong. The company does have to execute. We saw that the Model 3 ramp was very difficult to do. I think Tesla will do a much better job with the Model Y just because they have the experience on how to do it. And I didn't even mention in this video, the solar division is likely to grow, but I think what's going to happen in 2020 is that the bears really are going to run out of ammunition to throw at Tesla. And the company just has so many things going for it as far as growth, profitability, self-driving, energy. I think these are all appropriate catalysts that could send the stock up to near $1,000 a share. And again, I picked my price target as a 5x from $177. I do believe stocks and markets are all cyclical, and I do think this type of behavior can duplicate. Now, I also want to throw in the fact that I'm not buying the stock. I like to buy things when they're very depressed and there's a lot of negative sentiment. I don't like buying things when they're going up a lot because there's so much more risk associated with it. I like buying stocks that have good fundamentals but bad sentiment at that time. And as long as the fundamentals of the company are still there, I will gladly still hold on to my shares. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please leave your thoughts down in the comment section down below. Where do you see Tesla stock going this year? Do you think it's going to continue to go up in a very parabolic way? Or could the stock kind of stay flat for the year? Or do you see it actually retracing? And if you haven't already, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed with that notification bell on so YouTube notifies you every time I upload a video. And as always, until next time.